Hey there folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something a little different in terms of photography, in terms of mics. I got a new mic I want to test out. It is the Tascam DR10L. I wanted to use it for weddings as well as like interviews and other videos that will be coming to you. Now this specific little device here actually has its own SD card completely separate from the camera. So I'm actually splicing the audio to the visuals, but we're also going to be doing a kind of like a photo session for like portraits and stuff in this little apartment. And I know at the moment it is pretty bad lighting, but we're going to fix that. So I'm actually going to grab my gear and we're going to create a little tiny backdrop for me to kind of mess around in, and then we're going to take some photos. All right, now that we got our little bar set up, I'm just gonna drape over a backdrop to it and possibly move the couch that way, or just use a tighter lens to really make a really nice portrait shot. But honestly, I probably don't need to make it that wide, but now you know I can make it that wide. I just noticed someone put Bertha in the corner. You know what that means? Someone messed up. No one puts baby in a corner. I promise you I'm not a psychopath. We just have inflatable cows laying around, okay? All right, this backdrop is actually freaking huge. My God. Oh my God. Oh, it has a little slit for the pole. We're gonna see if we can do this without hurting ourselves here. No one gets injured. And when I mean no one, I mean me. Oh, 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 the other one's shaking. Other one's shaking and my belly's showing. It's not the biggest backdrop, and I understand that. It's pretty big though. Let me fluff out the crap out of this guy. Fluff the crap out of it. Okay, so my first thoughts with this is, one, it is really wrinkly, so I definitely need to bring a steamer with me wherever I go for future shoots. But not only that, this sheet is actually pretty see-through. I wonder if it changes if I swap off that. Makes it worse. If there's a light behind anything like this, you might be able to see the light behind it, but that's okay because we're gonna be in front of it taking a bomb photo. So next we have lighting. Lighting is always important. So I'm debating on having that there because I don't like the shadows that's creating with all the creases. Like, you can see all these creases up here and everything like that, which I'm not a huge fan of. And if I turn that off, it kind of masks it, but at the same time, there is light behind it, and that's no bueno, and it's making the curtain look see-through. So we are going to leave it on because I feel like it also creates a nice little vignette around the background. I'm talking too much. Let's set up lights. Now, my preferred light choice is this light that I bought off Amazon, and it's probably one of those like conservative choices in lights. It's not super expensive whatsoever. So my preferred light is this light by Mount Dog. Sure, we're gonna call it a Mount Dog light, and it's a box light, and honestly, it kind of packs a punch considering. All right, and the light that we're actually using came with this light, and I spent roughly 50 bucks on this light on Amazon. This bulb looks like 110 volts or 85 watts. Now I have this light super high up because of the fact of I want it to be shining down on my face so that it creates a nice little jawline for me that my beard isn't masking, because everyone knows that a beard is a man's makeup. Otherwise, I'd either look 16 or super ugly. Only two options. uglier 16. Blinded by light. Yeah, that thing is super bright. But we do have two things to control with this crazy blinding light here, which is lighting up the rest of my apartment very well. So we got a diffuser so the light's not as harsh. Now, since we have our light set up, we can actually control a couple of things. Brightness, it gets brighter, so that's cooler. Ooh, super warm. I'm kind of digging the warm dramatic look, but I also kind of want like a mid-tone, maybe like a 4,000, maybe 35 Kelvin. I really wish I knew the settings to this bulb because honestly, I feel like it'd make a world of difference. Dude, it's looking good. It's looking really good. I like what's going on here. Okay, so now, without that, top light, so dramatic, love it. Now for this ending portion, since I have everything set up, I have the backdrop, I have the audio, I have that, I do have the camera, but there's a couple things that we are missing here for this shot. We are going to stop using this audio recorder. I'm gonna call it right here at roughly 19 minutes or so. This thing's been going. I know I've been cutting and pasting this video, but I've been recording for the past 20 minutes setting everything up, which is kind of cool. And I love the shot that we're gonna get. However, from here on out, everything that you're about to hear is probably on my computer. So right now, I'm actually gonna swap over to the audio from my computer just so that I can kind of narrate what's going on for this next shot, because I do have to change out the lens to the camera to make this shot a whole lot tighter so you don't see everything else that's going on for this photo, as well as we're probably gonna change the camera angle and the lens, and I think those are the only two things that we're gonna change, but I'll see you on the other side.
All right, so we took a total of 6 photos, and the only thing I added to the shot that you guys didn't see me set up was a red light. That red light was just to add a little bit of color to the shot, and I think it turned out great. So I am going to swap over to my desktop view and show you guys all 6 photos at the same time, but I'll zoom in and highlight my least favorite to most favorite in that order. So we shall check this out. So these are all the photos. My least favorite was this one that I took. I tried to get like a candid photo where I was just kind of like rolling up my sleeves, and this is what it turned out like, and it's not bad. Again, you can see that like red highlight kind of towards the back here, but I'm really glad that the black backdrop came out like this. It's kind of nice. Next least favorite is this shot. I always try to, whenever I set up something really expensive like new camera gear or a new stream setup, I always try to like take a selfie. So to this date, this is now my most expensive selfie. My next least favorite would probably be this one. And the reason why this one's kind of my least favorite is because it didn't focus on my face. Which, you know, is okay. Overall, the aesthetic is there. It's still a pretty good photo, in my opinion. But still, not my favorite. Third favorite, or fourth least favorite, was this one. And honestly, it looks like I'm trying a little too hard. I mean, decent pose. I don't know what I'm doing with my legs. I don't use Nikon. I do use Sony. Sony is the camera that I'm using this for, this shot right here. Like, this is what you see me through is my Sony camera. My Nikon was my grandpa's Nikon, and I just wanted to pose with it because it's a red body, which I love, and a red strap with the red light. It just matched. My second favorite, this one, I feel like I'm having a good time. Like, it's the body structure is there, the hair flip is there, the smile is there. I'm just there, and I would say this is a pretty good shot. No complaints about this one, really. And then my favorite is this one. Look how dramatic that looks. That looks so dramatic. Like, oh my gosh. got my ring there, got the red highlight, got this like perfect lighting, like perfect, like the contrast, and then just like a red highlight where it's dark. It's so good. And then like my iris, I mean, it starts to get pixelated when you get this close, but like dude, it's a good one. I really like this one. It makes me feel sophisticated. But yeah, so there it is. There you have it. I set up my own portrait in my own little apartment. You saw how to do it, and I had fun doing it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, I will see you next time, and you guys have a phenomenal day. So peace out.